They found that napkin that covered his face, folded up, Brother Jonathan, laying in another place. They said that it was custom in those days that when the master sat down to eat supper of the house, that the servants would stand beside him, amen, so they could bring him what he needed. Amen. I'm talking about a king or anybody, not just Jesus, amen, but the king or the master of the house would sit there and eat, and the servants standing beside him. And then he got done. If he got up and wadded up his napkin and threw it on the table, that meant he was finished. But if he folded it over and laid it down, that meant he'd be back to eat some more. And they knew not to clean off the table. Friend, when they found the napkin that covered the Lord's face, it was folded up, laying in its own place. Amen. He said, I'm not finished, but I'm back. I'll be back to do more. The disciples thought he was gone. Amen. But he was working in the garden, defeating death and hell, having the keys in his hand. My Lord, tonight, he's working when you think he's not. That's the kind of God I serve tonight. Disciples went back to the others. Mary stayed behind. No doubt the disciples went back and said, his body's gone. His body's gone. Amen. They were probably talking about what they were going to do. Mary, she looked in and she seen two angels sitting, one at the head and one at the feet. And Brother Jonathan, I like to believe it like this. The Bible doesn't say it, but I'd like to believe it's the same two angels that were standing there when he ascended back to the heavens and told them, said, you men of Galilee, why stand you here gazing? This same Jesus, the way he went away, he's coming again. And friend, I believe it'll be any time. You hear me tonight? I believe it could be any day. Amen. Mary looked down and seen the angels, one at the head and one at the feet. And they said, why are you weeping? Why weepest thou? Amen. And she said, I'm looking for the Lord's body. Amen. And Jesus appeared and spoke to her. And she turned around and seen him, and she thought he was the gardener. She said, if you know where the Lord's body is, would you tell me? And he spoke to her again, Mary, and she recognized that voice. Amen. I'm glad tonight I know his voice. He said, my sheep would know my voice, and a stranger's voice they will not follow. My Lord, she said, Rabboni, which was the same master. And he said, touch me not, Mary. Touch me not. Amen. She ran back to the disciples, and she went into where they were, and she said, he's alive. He's alive. For I've seen him. Amen. He's alive. I'd like to tell you tonight, you may think it's over. You may think it's done, but God's Son is still alive. Amen. He's alive tonight. All power in heaven and earth is given unto him. No grave could hold him. No stone could keep him in. Friend, he's alive tonight. And he come to the disciples, and he appeared to them. Amen. He said, peace be unto you. And all of them seen him but one, by the name of Thomas. Thomas come back and Man, I could hear them buzzing. Thomas, we've seen the Lord. He's alive. He's not dead. And then they probably remembered what he told them. You destroy this temple in 3 days, he'll rise again. Amen. They probably were talking about it. Thomas said, I don't believe it. I'll not believe it. I've heard some things, amen, I feel like I wouldn't believe that unless I see it myself. Amen. But Thomas said, I'll not believe it. Amen. Not till I put my hand in his hand and put my hand in his side. Oh, later on they were together and Jesus appeared to them again, and he went straight to Thomas and he said, Thomas, put your hand in mine. Put your hand in my side. It's me, Thomas. And he said, Master. And Jesus said, you've seen me and you believe. But blessed are those that haven't seen me and have believed. Friend, I've not seen him or looked upon him physically, but I've been to Calvary. I've been to where he died, and I know he's alive. Amen. I feel him in my heart. I feel him in my life. My Lord, he's alive tonight and well.